Good evening. Tonight, we bring you a detailed report on the rapidly escalating tensions between the United States and Iran, a situation that has once again placed the Middle East at the center of global attention. While there is no officially declared war at this moment, recent military movements, political statements, and diplomatic breakdowns have raised serious concerns that the region could be heading toward a direct confrontation. Over the past several weeks, the United States has increased its military presence in and around the Middle East. American naval forces, including aircraft carriers, guided missile destroyers, and surveillance aircraft, have been deployed to strategic locations, particularly near the Persian Gulf. U.S. defense officials say these moves are defensive in nature and are meant to protect American troops, allies, and shipping routes in the region. However, Iran views this buildup as a direct threat to its national security. Iranian leaders have responded with strong warnings. Senior military commanders in Tehran have stated that any attack on Iranian territory or interests will be met with an immediate and powerful response. Iran claims it is fully prepared for any scenario, emphasizing its missile capabilities, drone technology, and regional alliances. Iranian state media has also highlighted recent military drills, presenting them as a message of deterrence to Washington. At the heart of this crisis lies a long history of mistrust between the two nations. Relations between the United States and Iran have been strained for decades, shaped by political disagreements, economic sanctions, and regional rivalries. The current tensions are largely fueled by concerns over Iran's nuclear program. The United States and its allies argue that Iran is moving closer to developing nuclear weapons, a claim Tehran strongly denies. Iran insists that its nuclear activities are strictly for peaceful purposes, such as energy production and scientific research. Economic sanctions continue to play a major role in this standoff. The U.S. has maintained and expanded sanctions targeting Iran's oil exports, banking sector, and military organizations. These sanctions have severely impacted Iran's economy, leading to inflation, unemployment, and public dissatisfaction. Iranian officials argue that these measures amount to economic warfare and accuse Washington of deliberately harming Iranian civilians. Meanwhile, tensions have not remained limited to words and warnings. There have been several incidents involving attacks on commercial shipping, drone interceptions, and confrontations involving U.S. forces and Iran-aligned groups in the region. While neither Washington nor Tehran has taken responsibility for some of these incidents, each side blames the other for destabilizing the region. Analysts warn that even a single miscalculation could trigger a wider conflict. The situation has also alarmed neighboring countries. Gulf nations, many of which host U.S. military bases, feared that any conflict between the United States and Iran would quickly spread across the region. Oil-producing countries are particularly concerned about the security of the Strait of Hormuz route, one of the world's most critical shipping routes. Any disruption there could cause global oil prices to surge, affecting economies far beyond the Middle East. Diplomatic efforts are ongoing but fragile. Several countries, including Turkey, Oman, and Qatar, are attempting to mediate between Washington and Tehran. These nations are urging both sides to show restraint and return to negotiations. The United Nations has also called for calm, warning that a military conflict could have devastating humanitarian consequences. However, progress has been slow, and direct talks between the U.S. and Iran remain limited. Inside Iran, the situation is further complicated by internal challenges. Economic pressure, public protests, and political divisions have increased tensions within the country. Iranian leaders accuse the United States of exploiting these internal issues to weaken the government, while U.S. officials say they support the Iranian people's right to demand better economic conditions and greater freedoms. In Washington, the prospect of another Middle Eastern conflict has sparked debate. Many Americans remain wary of military involvement after years of costly wars in the region. Lawmakers and analysts are questioning what a conflict with Iran would achieve and whether diplomacy can still offer a path forward. Despite this skepticism, U.S. officials insist that they are prepared to act if American interests or allies are threatened. Experts warned that a war between the United States and Iran would likely not be a conventional one. Instead, it could involve cyber attacks, missile strikes, proxy conflicts, and disruptions across multiple countries. Such a conflict could last for years and reshape the political landscape of the Middle East. For now, the world watches closely as tensions continue to rise. Both sides insist they do not want war, yet their actions suggest preparations for the possibility. The coming days and weeks will be critical in determining whether diplomacy can prevail or whether this long-running rivalry will finally erupt into open conflict. This is a developing story, and we will continue to bring you the latest updates as the situation unfolds.